Welcome back to John Carter of Mars. We're here with the third session again today with my lovely players.
Hi.
Introduce yourselves again just because we're on Twitch this time round, so not everyone watching might know who you guys are. So we have...
I'm Beatrice. I'm a human who's arrived on Barsoom, and I help keep these people alive.
I am Hallis, I am an Okar, and I am a spy, and I get hit a lot.
I am Partho Tal. I am a Panther Red Martian emissary to Lesser Helium. I'm the face of the party, but not necessarily the brains.
definitely not a self-elected face of the party.
Yes.
So yeah, we're back with a third session today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Last session they left off having been blamed for the death of somebody that they kind of promised they would keep somewhat safe. But before we start all of that, we do have a couple of things. First of all, we want to say thanks to Geek and Son for this wonderful table that we're using that we can all sit around and roll dice on. And we also have a code for 10% off of the core rulebook and the slipcase for John Carter, and that code is Lloyd.
Core Carter 2019.
Yeah. So if you're interested in John Carter, you can go to the web store, put that code in, and you'll get 10% off the core book or the slipcase set, and that comes with the campaign as well. So, without further ado...
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Last week, you came face to face with Silver, the gang outfit captain, who seemed to be involved with the disappearances of some Helionite nobles. You found a strange machine, and before you had a chance to properly disconnect anybody, you ended up in a huge fight with a White Ape Enforcer and some of the guards. You managed to dispatch them and unhook everybody from the machine with the help of one of your allies, Zadon Malas, and managed to leave the area and get back to her ship, the Bounce Eye. As you'd finished up helping everybody, preparing the ship to leave back for Helium to get these people back home safe, a familiar face showed up with his crew. Karth Val-Ab has seemingly found out that Isilia is dead. Though not strictly any of your faults, that's not the story that he seems to have been told. And he has arrived with 12 of his crew, demanding to know who was responsible for her death.
Karth, listen, just wait for a second. I can explain. It wasn't our fault, but I understand that you're upset. I made a promise, and I didn't stick to that.
You understand that I'm upset.
Okay.
So please tell me how it isn't your fault. She was breathing before you went in there, and when you left...
Well, there was a white ape, and it kind of ran amok. And I was trying to keep her safe, keep the ape away from her. I was trying to distract the ape, and he went nuts, and he threw a load of debris on her. I tried my best to save her, but unfortunately, she didn't make it.
And yet that white ape is still alive. And she is not.
Well, it's a white ape. I tried my best. I understand if your honor demands it, I will duel you. But please, it's nothing to do with anybody else.
Oh, I will duel you. And then the rest of my men will deal with your friends. And then, this will be fair.
But there's nothing to do with your men or my friends. This is nothing to do with them. This is just between you and me. I made you a promise, and I did not uphold it. So, it's just between you and me.
Except I have also made a promise. And that means all three of you have to leave Zadangle one way or the other. And he draws his sword.
We were literally getting on that shit.
We're on our way out.
It's on our way out. Just 5 minutes. That's all we need.
Okay, I will... So he's going for sword.
He draws his sword, places it out in front of you, waiting.
Okay, I will...
Can I try something?
Yeah, okay.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, do it.
But he's talking about honor and all of that stuff, right? But clearly he's not giving us a chance to come in because there's 12 of them and 3 of us. Can we not challenge his honor using this? You're quite passionate. Get in there.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
If you want.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone to attack you yet.
Yeah. How, like there's 12 of them and 3 of us. How's that fair?
You call this honor? 12 on 3?
I will fight you, and they can fight one-on-one if that's what you wish.
Yes. This is better.
He turns back and looks to his men, and they basically, it's almost like forming a line. So you get the feeling that if you cut 2 of them down, the next 2 will step back up.
Good. Well, in that case, I guess I should go first. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't mention we're doing this in a line, right? I guess, well... Woo!
And he's waiting for you to draw your sword and make a move.
Right, okay, yeah. I will...
Get the ship ready to go.
Yeah.
Fight too.
Figure something out. Just get
Okay, I am going to... I mean, it's just going to have to be a fight, isn't it? So let's draw my sword, and I will just go straight in. His sword is just out straight, right?
He's got it out straight, as if he's waiting for you to draw yours to see what you're going to do.
Okay, I will step on the left hand or right hand?
Right hand.
Right hand, okay. I am going to whip my sword, coming round the side of his sword, and then bring it in towards the neck area.
Okay. So you can... what are you using with this? It's
So...
probably going to be... I'm going to say it's definitely going to be cunning.
Definitely going to be cunning, and it's daring as well, isn't
Cunning,
it, really?
daring,
It's
okay.
got to be. Ooh, yeah, okay, so... that's... So, afflictions, I've got to get 1 extra success.
Yes, so yeah, your difficulty's increased.
Yeah, if
you
I
haven't
have...
healed your afflictions yet, you haven't had the
chance.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have 1 on fear and 1 on injury, does that mean there is an extra 2 because it uses both?
It does.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Your stress will go away for this though, but you'll keep your afflictions, but any stress that you have will be
Okay,
cured.
cool. Right, so I've got no momentum, so I am just going to have to buy all the dice with
All
threat,
the dice,
please.
okay.
Thank you. Okay. Not bad, actually.
That's
pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay, so that's 5, an 8, a 9, a 12, and a 13. So that is 2 successes, 3 successes, 4 successes, 5 successes.
5 successes, okay, so that would have been difficulty 3 for you, so you
Yep.
get 2 points of momentum.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't make enough. I only got 2 successes on his defense.
Okay,
So
cool.
he tries to. You see, he comes around and he's not fighting with any kind of finesse. You can see that it's like rage, it's passion. He's lost someone. He's just swinging at you.
Okay.
Roll for your damage.
I'm going to spend that 2 momentum straight back again. Short sword is base damage 2 plus 2 for momentum. Hey, not bad. So that is 4 damage and then 1 effect, so 5 damage and effect.
Yeah, so 5 damage and an effect. So that is enough to, let's see, he's going to take that in.
See, I told you I wasn't that bad.
Yeah, you have to buy all the dice.
Until the face of the party and here you are beating someone up.
Yeah.
True. I tried. Talk him down.
Okay, so yeah, that's a pretty hefty blow that you hit him with.
Yeah.
And he kind of staggers backwards. He's a bit dazed, but you can still see that the determination is not lost in his eyes. I'm not going to interrupt the order, so it's up to one of you guys if you want to.
All right, I'll take
Go
a
for
step forward. I make sure this all these one by one. I sort of cock my neck back and take a deep breath and go, right, whoever wishes to die first, please enter the circle.
You watch as this quite kind of burly, slightly shorter Red Martian steps his way through the rest of the crew. He looks at you and says, always wanted to take on one of you, Mum.
Oh, how kind.
He draws 2 swords.
Ooh.
And kind of like, in a very fancy, almost like fencing style, just stands and waits. So he begins to kind of, you can start to circle And what are you doing? What's Beatrice going to do?
I draw my sword. How high are we?
Right now, in stories, probably like 7 or 8 stories up.
Cool. I draw my sword. I put my sword in front of myself. I go for him. I flip the sword up. I grab him by the waist and I yeet him off the building.
Okay.
I'm in a hurry. I'm not in the mood. Come on, let's just get these people out.
Okay, yeah. So you can use your movement action to move and try and grab him. Can you make me a might and I'm going to say cunning test for this?
No problem. Thank you.
Not going to buy any dice because he's not expecting you to do this.
I think should I buy some dice? I should buy some dice.
Yeah, buy
Should I buy all the dice?
Buy all the dice.
Let's buy all the
Buy
dice.
all the dice. Loving all the threats you're giving me.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun later. Oh no, that's a terrible roll. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ah, no, 4.
4. Okay, I only got 2 successes there.
Mm-hmm.
So you do succeed in doing that. I'm not going to make you roll any challenge dice.
Thank you.
Because with the might score that you have, which is 8, it's pretty high. Yeah, if you can grab him, you can probably definitely kind of... I imagine you kind of run with him for a bit and then throw him.
Just
You're gonna,
chuck him out. I'm like... Then I pick up my sword, I put it right back again. I'm like, okay, who's next?
Okay. You see all of this happen. So as the fight begins with Partho and Karth in the centre of this kind of half circle that's formed, and you see Beatrice just rushing over and grabbing a guy. What are you doing?
So I think I draw my sword just like the big bad guy does and sort of point at the guy and fight him forward, but I palm my dagger behind my back. Just not dishonourable, just a little bit sneaky, and I wait for him to come towards me.
Okay, so you're basically gonna wait and hold.
I'm gonna wait and hold, and I'm going to, because they're going to be coming one by one to attack me as well, I'm guessing.
You hope.
I hope. If not, okay, well I'm trying to make eye contact and trying to bait someone into coming towards me then.
Okay. Somebody does come towards you. This guy comes running forward, and he's armed with a short sword, and he's just going to come straight up and thrust at you. So what I'm going to say is he'll make his attack first, and then I'll let you kind of have a swing at it, because you kind of want to wait, which is sensible. So I am going to spend some threat.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
So I'm going to roll 3
Thanks,
dice.
You're welcome. We're helping.
You are.
Oh, that is a nice roll. It's 2 9s and a 1. So with his might and cunning, there's 2, 4, 5 successes. Sorry, 4 successes. 4 successes.
Just give you another threat so I get another one.
I believe in you. Just make it count.
Yeah, no, I'm only going to do 1. It's fine. Look at this.
That could have been worse.
It could have been worse. It is only 2 successes.
So he's going to hit you, but what I'm going to basically let you do is counterattack without the momentum spend, because you're kind of preparing for this. So his is 2 dice. I'm going to spend another point of threat to see roll another one.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4 points of stress plus 2 points of injury stress.
Okay.
So
2 points of injury stress, done, and then 4 points of stress that I can put on cunning and reason.
Yeah.
Let's put 4 points onto this. Yeah. For confusion.
You do take an affliction though, because it's more than 5 points of damage in one thing.
I do. Okay.
So where are you taking that affliction?
I'll put it on my madness.
Your madness, okay.
Mm-hmm. So I'm a little bit mad now, but
see, it's kind of confused you that days, as it's a bit. You didn't expect him to be quite as.
I think it was
was
potentially the yeeting someone off a building.
I can imagine that you see, you don't expect Beatrice to be throwing somebody over the side of a ship, and as you see that happen, you're distracted for a second. But I will let you go for that counterattack without the momentum spend.
Okay, so I imagine I sort of step out of the way and he catches my shoulder a little bit.
Yeah.
But as he runs past, thrusting at me, I get my hooked short sword, get it around his leg, trip him up, and then when he's down, just don't even look at him, just stab him and keep on walking.
Yeah, go for it. So make your roll.
Cool.
I believe in you.
I believe in me too. Not as much. I'm going to give you another threat though.
Yeah.
I don't believe in myself that much.
So I've got 2 successes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I got 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Are you affected by any of your afflictions on the difficulty of this? So it's difficulty 1.
No.
You haven't used any attributes though?
Yes, I am. Okay.
So difficulty 2, but you got 3 successes, right?
I did, yeah.
So you get a point of momentum.
Cool.
And you can still be rolling for your dagger, because that's what you're actually going at him with, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Okay,
Yep,
just stabbing my dagger, which is 1 base damage. I'll just spend that
We
straight
got
away.
6 successes, by the way.
6 successes.
Yeah.
6 Sorry, give me 1 second. 6 successes, difficulty 2, so you get 4 points of momentum.
I get 4.
Sorry, I completely miscalculated that.
That's fine. I was just going along with it. Okay, so I will spend 1, and I get an extra 1 because of my cunning blade.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So I'll spend 2. I'll give him 2 extra dice with my dagger, and I do 1 damage.
Okay.
Oh.
This is why you should always look when stabbing.
I was
someone.
trying to.
Ow! You hit my finger! Oh, I'm really sorry. I was aiming for your head.
Look, I was being cool. Okay.
You act a bit too quick. You sweep him out, but you don't wait for him to hit the floor. You just jam the dagger through, so it catches him, but then he drops further, so you don't get like the full weight of that.
That still sounds bad.
Yeah.
Still pretty painful.
And we have Karth.
Yeah.
Who is currently still circling you, and you see he just goes into a full run, sword in both hands, just trying to slash at you. And I'm going to spend some threat here. So I'm going to roll 5 dice in total.
Oh.
Oh boy.
He's really mad, and as he comes running at you, you can hear him shouting of, you did this to her, you did this, and I am going to get her back.
Okay, I am going to watch for his step as he comes in, and then try and take it, basically deflect his sword, and then just come around behind him again.
Okay.
Do the old matador on him.
So I've got 6 successes.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to buy some dice.
I'll just pass these to you, shall I?
Yeah,
It's
just.
going to be difficulty 3 for you. How are you depending on what you're using to defend?
Yeah, so I'm going to use daring and reason
Okay.
on this one, and that is going to add an extra 1 on
So it's
for my
difficulty
injuries.
2
Yeah,
for
so
you then.
okay. Thank you. I don't.
I'm glad.
Okay, so
Okay.
That could be worse. In the universe.
yes. Okay, so that is 2 successes and a complication.
Okay. So it's not quite enough. He does actually manage to go for you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend some threat. So I can roll 4 dice. That's a really bad roll. That's 4 points of stress.
4 points of stress. Okay. And right. Okay. So I am going to spread those. Once I get 5 on. Once I fill the track,
Once you've got
actually.
the track, you take another affliction.
Yeah, you take another affliction.
So you're good.
Okay. So no. It's
So
okay,
what you can do
So,
if you want to
injury
is you
card.
can try and recover stress during your turn.
Yeah.
So it uses up your action, essentially your conflict action.
Yeah.
You make a test to try and recover it. And if you do, you can then recover stress equal to however many points of momentum or threat you want to spend.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, I've got space for it so far.
Okay.
They're getting kind of full.
Yeah, but he comes running at you, and he's
Yeah.
just screaming and shouting, "You did this! You killed her! I'm gonna get her back! I will!"
Okay.
And you can all hear this ranting and raving as there's no thought to what he's doing. He's just fighting with anger. And then we are on to essentially the next round, so everyone loses a point of momentum if anyone's got any.
Oh.
Okay. Who is taking this turn as it's all happening?
May I go first?
Of course.
I look over, I'm like, gentlemen, please, if you would come, 2 at once is fine. I don't mind.
You can see a couple of, after that display, a couple of them, like they're kind of split off between you and Hallis. A couple of them are a little bit wary in what they've just seen. None of them look like they want to come towards you.
Ooh.
It's like
If they're looking
figuring out what to
terrified, can I take a step forward and go, I assure you, your deaths will be quick, and your parents and mothers and daughters and lovers will not miss you. Please come at once and come soon. I grow wary, and I'll attempt to intimidate them to run away.
Okay, sure. It's going to be an opposed test.
Well, that sounds fair.
It's not so much they look terrified, it's they don't really know what they're supposed to do with you now.
That's fair.
You just pick one of them up. I am going to spend some threat because they are in a group.
That's probably
and
fair.
everyone's braver in groups.
I think that's fair.
So I'm going to roll.
Can I use passion?
Yes.
And what else would make sense?
I'd let you use your might if you want to, because you made a display of your physical prowess then. I am going to roll 3 dice. I'm just going to roll for them as a group.
Can I'll give you 2 threat.
2 threat? Okay.
Yeah, let's make it count. Oh, snap. Bad die. How dare you? Good die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that beats my 2. That would have been like a difficulty 2 test, so you take 3 points of momentum.
Sounds fair.
I
will spend all this momentum if I can to make them leave.
What I want you to do is actually grab me... Roll 4 challenge dice for me.
Cool.
I'm going to take this as kind of like as like a mental attack.
Oh, that's fair.
So it's going to inflict stress on them. You've got to do that enough for them to run away, essentially.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Unfortunately, just not enough to inflict a affliction.
But you get 2 effects.
But I get 2 effects. Maybe the effects might be lucky.
Nothing for the effects on... actually, no, this one would be... It would have the psychic quality, I think, because you're trying to intimidate them. I'll let that stand. Okay, so they do all take affliction.
I'm trying to help.
You do see, actually, that there are a couple of minion class characters here. You do see that they see this, and they're like the ones at the furthest back of the group. They've been guarding the exit to the ship. They're not there when you look back. They're not. You imagine it's less out of fear and more out of they're sensible. They've figured out what's going on here. I am going to spend some threat to interrupt with Karth.
Good luck.
And he's going to try and run at you again.
Okay.
Just in anger. And he's now just screaming, I will get her back. I will dispatch all of you and I will get her back.
Right, okay. Can I spend a point of luck, please?
Yeah, what do you want to do with it?
So, as he's charging me, I want to position myself on the edge of the ship.
Okay.
And as he's running at me, charging me, I want to sidestep. And he will just, in his massive run, he doesn't even realise where he is. And he just runs straight over the edge.
Okay. I will say that I'm going to make a test for it though.
Yeah, sure.
I'll let you do the sidestep, and so that that is a risk, and I'll make it difficult. It's probably unlikely that he'll just go clean over the edge.
Yeah.
There is still rigging and stuff that you could grab onto, but we'll see if he manages to stop himself.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
So I'll do that, and if he succeeds on that, he will then swing around and stab you.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to spend some threat for this. I'm going to roll an extra dice. I'm going to say this will be difficulty 3.
What's with you guys throwing people off this ship?
Listen, it's the quickest way.
It's effective. I was inspired.
Thank you. I'm like, Mister, I'm not going to look at you when I stab you over here.
So you got 2 successes. Not 3.
Okay.
You right at the last second, you sidestep. He stumbles forward, hits the kind of like the railings across the side, stumbles, and he does catch himself. I will spend some threat for that.
Okay.
As he's hanging over the side, he's got his sword and he's trying to clamber back up.
Yep.
But it's back over to you guys now. What do you want to do?
Okay, I am going to leave the one who is slightly stabbed on the ground and just go to. I want to rush towards my half of people. I want to get in the thick of it. I'm tired of waiting around. I want to prove that I'm just as heroic as these guys.
You rush in the thick of it, surrounding yourselves with these other crew members. What are you doing?
I'm just.
They're all there. They're all there, ready. They're just waiting for you to step up to one of them.
I'm just stepping up to them. I want to go up to the first one, both blades out, just seeing if I can deflect the blade with my dagger and then stab the short sword. And I'm spending these 2 points of momentum and giving you a point of threat. I want to do something cool. That's too many. Okay.
All 20s. Watch this.
4 successes.
Wow.
It is 5 successes.
5 successes. You just beat me. So it's. Do you have an affliction that affects you?
I do. Yes.
You do. So it'd be difficulty 2. So that is 3 points of momentum for you.
3 points of momentum plus an extra one because of cunning blade.
Yeah. So the ones that you've actually just rushed at are minion class characters. So you've moved past the ones that have started to circle around Beatrice. So the ones that have kind of been waiting and guarding at the back, which means you can dispatch quite a lot of them if you want to.
I want to.
So
yes.
roll your challenge dice first. If you manage to dispatch the minion, so you do actually deal with stress, you can spend momentum to dispatch an additional minion for each momentum you spend.
Okay. So I should probably spend 2 of these anyway to get some extra dice. Let's do that. Hook short sword.
Minions only have to take a single point of stress. So
I've been rolling very badly. We'll get one back. Okay.
I believe in you. Just one success. See, like that.
There you go. So that's 3
Yeah.
and an effect.
So you dispatch one of them. You run straight into the thick of it. You tell me how you do this. There's this guy standing in front of you who's drawn his sword as you've come towards
So I think I just deflect it with my dagger and then spin around and just take him right in the stomach with a hook short sword.
Just this wonderful flare.
Wonderful flourish.
You cut him down. Did you want to spell momentum to cut down?
Absolutely. I want to keep spinning and being a little tornado of blades.
Okay.
I have 3 momentum, which I will spend.
So you tell me how you cut down these other 3 minions then.
So I want to spin between one. I want another one to slash at me, which I sort of duck under. No one's sure how I duck under it, but I do because I'm heroic, guys. And stab another one in the stomach. One other one comes at me, hook his ankle with the short sword. I'll knock him out. He can be knocked out.
I imagine he comes running, you just send him like almost like half flipping in
Just
the air.
send him flying in the air. And then the other one I think comes at me and I don't even worry, I just headbutt him, I think at this point.
You just I love this image that you're just kind of like dodging out of the way of all of these blades and just knocking all of them to the floor and finishing them off. And the guy you probably flipped is probably just like, he's probably still like conscious, but he's just like, I'm not moving. Not, like 2 days, too confused. Is that everybody?
I've not been yet.
You've not been yet. Yeah, you spent your luck pointed at it, didn't you?
Yeah. As he's grappling onto the rope, trying to pull himself back up, I will remorsefully look at him and say, I'm sorry I failed in my word. And then I would like to slash across his hands so that he falls to his death.
Okay, as you say this, he's gripping on. He's like, no, I need to get her back, please, I need to get her back. As he's gripping on.
It's too late.
Too late, you're going to go for it.
Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Okay, I'm going to make that test for me then, please.
Yeah,
so
okay.
you are still going to have the difficulty increase.
Yes,
I'm going to say that for this, you're going to have to use either passion or empathy.
Yeah.
This is not.
Yeah, it's
battle.
not
This
really a
is-
physical thing. I mean, I'd say maybe a bit of both.
If you want to use passion and empathy, I'll allow it for this.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
it's not a difficult thing to slash at him here. You're not relying on strength.
Yeah,
You're relying on the fact that he's vulnerable.
yeah, no, and it's making yourself do it as well, because it's not an easy thing to do to send a man to his death when you're looking him in the eyes.
No, it's not.
So I will buy some
Not
threat
for
there
him.
because I have so many afflictions, it's going to be +1 difficulty anyway. So I will buy 2 more dice.
Okay. I am going to buy an extra dice because he's determined to try and hang on. He can see you raising the sword, and I imagine there's a moment's hesitation, and he's going to try and still grab on or try and bear it. We'll see what he does. I'm going to go with.
Okay, that's good. This is positive.
2 successes and a complication for me.
So I got 5 successes.
5 successes, so it's 2 points of momentum for you.
Thank you.
What would you like that complication to be? Do you want it to be something that helps you out? Do you want it to be something that perhaps he says to you as he falls? What do you take that complication to be?
Ooh, I'm not sure.
I like letting you guys decide what happens with that.
He keeps saying he wants to bring her back.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way to bring her back.
Yeah.
So can we get a complication?
Can we get
on that?
Can we get a complication? Yeah, so that he sort of expands a bit more on sort of I've got to bring her back, and
Do you want
is
to
there
maybe
any
use
more?
it then that you threaten him with the sword as such, and wait to see what he says, and then you cut him?
Yeah, maybe
Should we go
as
for
he's
that?
saying I've got to bring her back, that's the pause that I give him because I'm a bit sort of like
Okay.
before I finally.
So he looks upset. The anger is gone from his face. As you can see, he's desperately now trying to hold on. And as you take that moment's pause, he's like, please, I have to get her back. They told me they would give her back. They'd put her back if I just got rid of you. Please.
He'll get there. He'll get there.
You've already rolled to swing for the sword.
I have.
So if you swing for him and then immediately regret it, you're going to have to try and catch him.
I will.
No, we're killing him.
Say?
We're definitely killing him. Do it. I believe in you.
not sure I can.
Oh my god, you've long lived the kingdom, you can't go back.
You hear this in the moment as the sword swings. I will spend threat for this.
Yeah.
It cuts his hand and he lets go.
Yeah. I will immediately try to swing my hand down to catch him. It wasn't her fault. The machine can clearly put thoughts in people's heads.
If you spend 2 points of momentum, I'll let you attempt to catch him.
Okay, I will spend both of my points of momentum. That's all I have.
It's okay, Hannes. You are.
That's going to have to be, I suppose. I'm going to passion and daring.
Passion and daring.
Will you allow that?
Because you have to lean right over the edge to try and catch it in that second.
But it's it's a rush moment. I'm just going to do it on a flat roll though, because
he's not rolling anything.
He's falling. He's hands groupering it. So that is 2 successes.
2 successes.
It depends how difficult it was though, because there is an affliction on.
There is. So it would have been difficulty 2. So it would have been difficulty 4.
Yeah.
With your afflictions. You realise in the second what you've done.
Yeah.
And you watch him fall. And keep falling.
Oh no. Sorry guys.
It's fine. They're not pointing to us. They're pointing to him. He's the one that's dead.
Yeah, no, I know. But he did come for the duel.
A few of the crew who have been watching this run over to the edge to see what's happened. And you can see that there is a genuine moment of upset and concern as they watch him fall. And they turn with swords out and they're all wary. You can see the anger in their faces now.
People, honestly, your leader is gone. Put down your weapons and no one else has to die.
Are you making this speech to them?
Yeah, I am. I'm genuinely honest. Put down your weapons and no one else has to die.
Okay. I want you to roll for this, Lloyd.
I think that's fair.
What are you going with this? Are you going with intimidation? Are you going with...
No, passion and empathy. I'm being genuinely honest. Look, your master is dead. There is no cause for you to keep fighting like this. Just put down your weapons and no one else has to die.
Can I help out?
Yeah, you can assist. How are you assisting?
I'm going to assist by scaring them a little bit and I imagine by this point I've just cut through 4 people. I imagine I'm a little bit blood soaked. I'm just going to stare a few people down. Just trying to intimidate them out a little bit.
In that case, roll with... so you roll 1d20 and I want you to roll with might and empathy.
I am not good at that.
This is going to be difficulty 3.
I spend all my momentum.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. Oh.
That's not bad.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. 4. 4.
So you get a point of momentum. You watch all of them for a minute. They they do the jump towards, and they're looking around at Zadel Malice's crew, who have now eventually come up from the lower decks where they were helping people, also with swords drawn. And you watch as they all begin to kind of slowly back away. There's only one that doesn't. He is still stood, maybe touching distance from you. He's one of the first ones that ran to the side of the railing, who's still gripping it. And it looks like he's in some kind of shock. He's...
Yeah.
He it's like he can't move his hands. You can see they're turning white where he's gripping onto the edge of the railing here.
I will...
Before you do that, a move of mine kicks in, before you say that.
Sure.
Uncommon kindness. After one minion is be defeated, it can be set free. It could be used to have accomplish a link to go, like deliver a message, or have them find food, or anything else, an extra best ability. Can I use this ability on that one guy before he speaks? So he's technically on our side for one action.
Yes, I will say that. Because you've kind of collectively managed to do this, so I'll let that pass,
Now it's all yours.
For one action, though.
Yeah, but it means you can talk to him.
Oh, right, okay,
we're out of action
sorry.
now. She guys ended the combat.
I'm sorry, I did try to catch him. But as he fell, he was trying to tell me that they could get her back. Who is they?
They promised him they'd bring her back. He loved her,
I know. If I can, I will do it on his behalf, but I need to know who he's talking about and how it's done. What was he talking about?
The people, they came to us an hour ago. Somebody told him that she'd been found. They said they could bring her back.
Who is they?
They call themselves the Mind Merchants. I don't know, I wasn't there, I only heard the ranting and the raving as he got all of us together to come here looking for you.
And where was he to bring us?
He wasn't, he was
just to kill us.
Get rid of you.
Okay. And where did they say they would meet him afterwards?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you know where we might find them?
You could try. You can see he has trouble even saying the names. Like there might be something at his, further down along from the courtyard where we meet. There's a room. You can get in there. You could maybe they, I don't know, maybe they left him a note or there was something in writing. I don't know.
Okay. Is there any way into this room other than the front or back entrances?
No.
Anything that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Is there anyone there now?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you know what these mind merchants do?
Never heard of them before today.
Okay. I will say, hold on a sec, and I will go and confer with
He's still in shock. He's just over the...
Let the poor kid go. He's had a tough day.
Yeah. But just, obviously, if you guys have any questions.
I have no questions for him, but I feel we should talk about something really quickly. We've got what we came here for. We've rescued the people. Yeah. We could just leave.
But isn't it also part of our job to make sure this doesn't happen again?
I was really hoping one of you would remember that.
Yeah.
Despite being a little bit mad, I'm still the brains of the group.
Let's go investigate this mysterious... I don't like the...
We can send the people we rescued away.
We can send them away on the airship.
Yeah.
Or we could take the airship to...
We need to get the people to safety.
Let's get those to safety first. Okay. Matters will get them out of here. I'm sure we can trust in her. And then...
Should we take them back to Helium?
You're the leader. Let's do it.
Okay. But you're our recon expert. So if we're going to go down to this place, we need to know what the way in is and if anybody is watching us on the way in.
That's kind of what I thought. So, are they all wearing just random things? Is there anything that specifies them?
No, you have a look at some of the guys that you actually dispatched, and they've got the same. They wear plain leather harnesses, so the same as you guys are wearing. Probably back in Helium, you'd wear ones that would designate where you were from. So you might have one that's got some Okar filigree on, or you might have one that shows that you are some kind of honorary dignitary. But these are all plain. You imagine that that's either the style of the gang outfit, like the larger gang that they belong to, or it's something that they've picked purposely so that they aren't easily recognised. There is no factor in their general clothing, as in colour or anything like that, that would that appear to be consistent across all of them. But no,
so no disguise.
Well, you're still a Red Martian at this point because you never unwashed them.
I never unwashed. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
I feel that's quite gross. Well, before we head over there, can I unwash and then we can? I think we just go.
Unwash?
Wash.
Oh.
Thanks.
Sorry, English hard.
So I think we just go.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we get this person. Do you want to talk to your air marshal? Captain?
Yeah. Can I speak to Zador? Make sure she's alright?
Yeah, you go. Zador is just appearing on deck. So obviously she's been doing something down below.
Just in time for the fighting.
She was just like, oh, did I miss it?
Yes, again. I threw a guy off a building, it was amazing.
She puts her sword away. Like, so much blood on my decks. And you watch as she snaps her fingers and the crew immediately get to work removing the bodies, cleaning the decks.
I'm a little bit perturbed by how quickly you're doing this, but okay.
There were days in my raiding past where this was a regular occurrence.
Say no more. I am a panther and I cannot know anymore. Just not talk about it.
It's fine. You know, Helium granted me a title, so I think everything is square, I think they call it. He once told me.
Yes. It's usually hip to be. We're off to go do some investigations. We may be a while. Can you get these people to safety?
I can return them to Helium, yes. We've got firepower now. My crew are all here. Shouldn't be a problem.
How long would it take you?
From here, with the speed of this ship, a day, 2 days, 3 days.
All right. If you get there and you haven't heard a word from us, come get us. It's a good chance we've probably been kidnapped and are being tortured.
If I return to Helium and I hear nothing from you, I'll come straight back.
Thanks. It's always good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Beatrice.
All right.
Let's get that man off of my ship. He's crying over the side of the deck. She carries on and she starts. You can see she pitches in with her crew. She's pulling down rigging where it needs to be. She's directing people. She's giving a hand moving the bodies off of the ship.
I will tell the guy that he needs to go home. Just go
Needs
home.
to go home.
Just go home. Just go.
Let me just have a look at your talent, Uncommon Kindness, for 1 second. So you can actually ask this minion to accomplish a goal for you.
Well, can we tell him?
Part of that talent isn't just kind of getting them on side. You can actually ask them to do something like delivering a message or accomplish a small goal, and your kindness will be remembered.
Or take us to the place we're supposed to go?
I mean, they can probably get us in.
Yeah,
Get us
worth
in?
it.
Can they? Can you get us in?
I can't get into his room, but I can take you through the establishment.
That's good enough.
Yeah. And you can see he's still kind of dazed. There's the anger's gone. It's just upset. You get the feeling that whoever this was maybe was close to Karth, or was a good friend of his, maybe family, you don't know. But he...
We shouldn't ask.
No.
You're escorted off the ship. You make your way through the courtyard, and unless you guys are talking, it's a very silent walk, as you know this Martian is. There's no tears or something like that, but you can feel the sense of grief that's already washing over this man. He leads you past the plaza, the restaurant courtyard that you guys first met Karth in, down a couple of side streets, and up a ramp on the outside of this building. And there is a door that he knocks on. Somebody opens a hatch, lets you through, and it appears to be some kind of like a small bar or a meeting area. And there's another ramp that leads out the door at the back. And you go up, you pass a few rooms, and he stops at the door and he says, "It's this one. I have to go. I have to go and let them know what's happened. I'm sorry. I have to."
Can you leave our name out of it?
Please.
Please.
Try.
Can I use
You get the feeling he's basically telling you that I have to go and report this to somebody.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a choice in that.
Yeah. Just report that he's dead.
You don't even know if he's like taking any of this on.
Yeah.
He just kind of disappears off. You are left outside of this door.
I feel so bad for this kid.
I know, right?
Can I point out he was there to kill us?
Only a little.
Only kill us a little. Just a little dead. Baby dead. Tiny dead.
Didn't know what was going on.
He didn't realize that I were to
He was
beat his
peer
master.
pressured into it. Okay.
We long live the king, his possible father, husband, I don't know.
Could have been his father, you never asked.
Yeah, it probably wasn't,
Wasn't
the right
appropriate.
time.
No, really wasn't appropriate. So who was that guy who died to you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're outside of this door.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we knock? It's only appropriate.
Yeah.
There's no answer.
I think I hear someone in distress inside. Oh, we better break in. Whoops! Can I open the door?
You can kick the door open.
I mean, can I actually try to open the door first before I kick the door open?
It's locked.
Okay, good. Now I kick the door open.
So you kick the door in, and it's not even like an effort for you. It's not even like in the films where they do a full like shoulder rush at it. You just kind of have to go whack. The door. You hear the door splinter, creak, and open.
Found it out with
Good
Chief.
job. I subtly put away my lockpicking.
So you walk into this room. It's not particularly grand, but it's been done up nicely. There are some fine silks that lay over like a sofa-like piece of furniture. You can see that there are a few kind of trinkets and statues lying around, most of which probably stolen. It's clear that he has been making this into a much nicer place than it was. There are papers scattered around. There are a few weapons up on the wall. What do you guys want to do now here?
Papers, please.
Papers. Okay. Can you make me what's going to be best for this? I'm going to go with cunning and a reason test.
Okay.
So who are you all looking through, like papers and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Who is leading this? Someone will lead and then everyone else will assist.
I think
I probably...
spy is probably the best one.
My madness takes away from my reason a little bit, but I think I'm still good.
Do you have any talents that will help you here?
So I'm good at state secrets, so I can understand ciphers or battle plans, basically anything written down on paper, if I use reason.
Okay, so if you do find anything and it's not written plainly, you can use that.
I should be able to decipher it a little bit easier.
So if you lead this test, so it's going to be difficulty 3, and then Beatrice and Pathos, you can assist. So you roll 1d20, and it's probably going to be using the same thing unless you're taking a different approach to it.
Okay.
Is it daring and reason?
Cunning and reason.
Cunning.
I'll give you one threat.
I can't help.
Yeah.
Okay. I
don't help you though.
Oh, it's very pretty.
I luckily...
I already have.
It's fine. I got 3 successes.
Okay.
You guys are useless.
So you start picking up papers and books, and there's some like old literature. You get a little bit caught up in this book that you found that's it's got some detailed histories.
It's got some pictures.
Yeah, flop down on the sofa and start flicking through.
You start looking through papers, and then you move some over, and there's this beautifully crafted, very fine. It's like a large dagger, not quite long enough to be a short sword, but about that far in length. That's very ornate, and you get caught up in it, and you're just papers after papers after papers, and it's not until you kind of move closer over to where what looks to be some kind of bed, there is a propped up note, and you pick it up, and it looks like it's written. It does look like it's written in code.
I want to understand it.
Okay.
Please.
It's going to be reason cunning.
I'm sure that's an A. Or maybe a B?
I don't think it's even letters right now.
I mean, maybe it's the number 1.
Go back to the shiny dagger.
Listen, we had this thing called Ovaltine that gave you these things that helped you understand. I'm out.
Ovaltine. Right, so I get 4 because it's deciphering something. I will give you another threat to get the full 5. I want to know what's going on.
I'm just going to say I can see the Twitch chat here, and people are calling for a Charlie shirt emote. So
apparently you keep playing your shirt.
Do I? I'm nervous. That's a nice shirt.
How many successes was it?
So that is
difficulty 3.
Easily. That is 7 successes.
7 successes.
But difficult. I have a madness.
So it's going to be difficulty 4. So
I get 3
points of momentum. Okay, yeah.
That's definitely an A. I'm so sure about it.
Good job. You did great.
So you do look through it, and what it says is, if you have been successful, come to, and it gives an address. We will restore her. You will still have to bid.
Okay.
There's no signature.
No signature, no nothing. Yeah, no, of course I'm going to tell you guys.
Nothing, I found nothing, let's go.
This is mine now. No, I tell you guys absolutely everything.
Okay.
That sounds a bid?
A bid, so it's an auction to bring people back?
Or it's an auction to buy people's secrets and their minds.
Of course.
If you're sucking the minds out into the machine, they store it all and then they sell the information to the highest bidder.
Oh no.
And they say they can bring her back because they can put it back into. What if they're making spies?
Oh.
Because if before when we were at the warehouse, they were sending. Oh my God, what if they're not the same people and we've just sent them all back to Helium?
But more importantly, I don't have a dress for the ball. I mean, there's going to be a bid, there's going to be a ball, right? I mean, I don't really know what Barsoomians wear, but like, this is not going to cut it.
Beatrice, can you just make me a reason cutting check? Difficulty 2.
Okay, reason cutting. My least powerful skills.
I just want to say,
I'd succeed.
As you say this, you probably realise that maybe it's not that kind of auction. Maybe it's not a nice Earthborn auction where everyone dresses up fancy. Charlie, I would like you to know that in chat people are discussing what colour your shirt is. So far we've had paprika, terracotta, somewhere between terracotta and burgundy, or apple red.
Apple red, I like
your
it.
shirt is very popular today.
Well, I wear a different coloured shirt every week, so tune in next time.
Yeah, so you do have the address of this place.
Okay.
You're starting to form theories.
So we go in subtly, we go in pretending to be bidders.
Yeah.
We take some things from this very richly furnished place, which isn't stealing because the guy's dead. So, and then we just make ourselves look very fancy and then stroll on in.
Yeah, but what are we going to do when we get there?
Stop it and be the best.
I feel we haven't thought this plan through, and I like it.
It's the start of
It's the start of a plan. So
if we can get in, we can maybe then get in behind the scenes
and
find who's in charge.
And maybe where it's going, because they say they dig new lines.
That is true.
And we need to know more about that, because we need to know maybe where they're going next, because obviously we can't just leave this to go on. Also, it might be worth trying to warn Helium before Zador arrives, because we don't know if they are who they say they are.
Zador's definitely who she says she is. She wouldn't remember me otherwise.
I don't think there's any harm in making sure, just until we get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, we'll send a message to say they should detain Zador's people when they get in.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to the ball. And we'll confirm it. It'll take us 3 days to get there anyway.
Still not a bull, but yes.
Are you sure? I feel it says bidding, okay? Rich people sit around, they throw money at someone, there's a person with... Is that... I can't stand this world. It's my one and only chance to go to a ball.
So, that I think is where we're going to leave off the session today. So next session, you have got an auction to attend. You've got to figure out how you get a message to Helium quicker than Zador's ship, the Bat's Eye, can reach it.
Excellent point.
And then you have to decide how you're going to deal with this and uncover who the mind merchants of Mars really are.
And then we're going to the ball.
You just said there's no ball!
And Beatrice thinks she's going to a ball. Yes.
We'll make sure to throw you an excellent ball in, the emissary, the embassy on Helium.
Will Digithoris be there?
I mean, if you've just saved her personal guard, maybe.
Actually, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so one of her personal guard were part of the dignitaries that went missing.
Of course.
But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I was really excited to run like a proper Barsoomian duel that was all about honour and stuff like that. It's really fun. This has been great. I've been excited for you guys. I like watching you figure out what you've been what's going on. So you might be onto something. Who knows? Thank you to everybody on Twitch chat who's been stuck around watching us. Hi, thank you so much. I am absolutely loving everything about Charlie's shirt here. So Charlie, you've got to impress next week with a shirt.
I will wear my most garish and loud shirt I have.
You absolutely should, because last week is the last session of our John Carter of Mars playthrough. It's the ultimate finale episode. So please come back next week and join us for that, and we can finally see whether or not our heroes here can uncover the secrets of the mind merchants of Mars and put a stop to their nefarious plans. Once again, we want to say thank you to Geek and Son for this wonderful table, so that we can sit in luxury and play this game. We do have a code for a 10% discount on the core book and the slipcase set, and that code is Lloyd.
Core Carter 2019.
So please jump onto the web store if you're interested in John Carter of Mars. As you can see, we're all having a bunch of fun playing it, and you can get 10% off of the core book and the slipcase, and that comes with the campaign Phantoms of Mars, which has also got some fun mind stuff going on in there as well. and hopefully come back and see us next week for the final episode. So thank you so much. Thank you so much in chat, everybody. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.